Yo, what's going on YouTube? Today we have another Gauntlet video, and in this one, we don't talk about the Gauntlet, actually. We are talking about college basketball once again, and let's just take a look at the bracket. Yeah, nobody has it perfect. That was kind of obvious. But then if you look why, you will see literally 13 upsets. I'm not sure if it's that many, but look at all the upsets on the board. Let's just count them. First off, Michigan State. 98% of people's brackets to win the entire thing. I'm guarantee you 100% of people picked Michigan State to win. And if you look on ESPN, actually, 98% took Michigan State. 98. Then it was 96 over Dayton, 91 over Utah, 73 over Michigan State. Like, it just kept going, right? They were supposed to win that game. They lose to Middle Tennessee. That was absolutely crazy. I was watching that game at school, and I was just crying almost, just because, yeah, that was so bad. Going up the list, Syracuse killed Dayton. I didn't think Syracuse was that good, but I guess they did. I'm a Dayton fan a little bit, so, yeah, that was huge. Fresno State didn't win. Gonzaga over Seton Hall. Seton Hall, I thought, was going to win the entire tournament. They were so good, and they just didn't show up in the tournament. That was huge. Another huge one. Little Rock over Purdue. That busted my bracket right there. That was the 6th game, I believe, on Thursday. That was huge. They lost, and I was super sad. How that game ended, buzzer beater. If you guys didn't watch it, it was Little Rock down by 12. They came back with about 3 minutes left in the game, and they hit a half-court shot to go into overtime, and they ended up winning it. I was super excited for them. Then they got killed by Iowa State, but I was super excited for them. They did really well in that game to get back. Even though my bracket was busted, I knew I wasn't going to, win anything for it. So, let's just keep going down the list. Butler beat Texas Tech. That was a good game. They almost beat Virginia, too, today. That was a really good game. Pittsburgh beat Wisconsin. I'm not sure if I didn't watch that game, so I'm not sure how, what the score was or anything. Wisconsin, did I just say Pittsburgh beat Wisconsin? I meant Wisconsin beat Pittsburgh, and that was a really, if you guys didn't watch that game, the score was like 47-43. It was one of the worst shooting games. It was just so bad on both sides. Next game, SF Austin over West Virginia. Oh my goodness, how do you lose to SF Austin? Just kidding. They're a really good team. And I was super excited for them. I picked West Virginia to go to the Final Four out of the, what is this? The East? Yeah, I picked them to go, and they lost. So that was kind of disappointing, but I just loved watching that game. It was a great game. Notre Dame beat Michigan. That was a really good game as well. Michigan was leading most of it, and then Notre Dame hit a spark with about 4 minutes left to go. Never looked back. It was super fun to watch. Both two amazing teams right there going off in the first round, and it was really fun to watch. Providence beat USC right at the buzzer with a layup inside. That was absolutely awesome to watch as well. Just a lot of fun to watch these games. Kansas won super easily. UConn beat Colorado. They were down most of that game. Came back towards the middle of the second half. Maryland SDSU. Let's talk about this game for a second. I'm a SDSU fan. I live, near Brookings, South Dakota-ish. And it was a fun game to watch. We were down 18 points with 18 points with 12 minutes left in the game, and we came back. We went on a run with 5 minutes left in the game, and it was absolutely crazy. I was getting super excited. I'm sure 90% of the people were, because it was Maryland going out, right? Like the 5th seed in the nation. They were ranked really high during the regular season. But that was just absolutely crazy to watch us come back. I really didn't think we had a chance, but, we almost did. And, yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch. We just couldn't quite beat them. We lost by 5. It was really 3 points. The guy got a dunk right at the end, which was super disrespectful in my opinion. But, yeah, we came back within 5. We almost had a chance, and it was just a lot of fun to watch. South Dakota hasn't won a game, so I wasn't really surprised. But that was just a really close game. Could have been a huge upset. But speaking of an upset, the next game in that bracket, Hawaii beat California. I knew that was gonna happen too, and I just couldn't pick them. But yeah, Hawaii. There you go, Hawaii. They beat what is it called? I don't know. I'm trying to focus on the game quick. They beat Cal, and that was just a super fun game to watch. They were up on that game the entire time as well. So the next game, run with the quarterback. There we go. The next game that was an upset was Wichita State over Arizona. That was huge as well. Ron Baker was just really good in that game, and that's what won him the game. You know, it was a really big upset. I'm kind of glad it happened because I really don't like Arizona, but it was a lot of fun to watch. Iowa beat Temple, and let's go on to the West. I was really hoping Holy Cross was going to beat Oregon. Didn't quite happen. I actually picked them in one of my brackets. Didn't happen, but I can hope for next year. I don't like Oregon, that's why. Cincinnati game. If you didn't watch this game, go look this up on YouTube. I'll even leave a link below to all these close games. But the guy held on to a dunk. The guy held on to a dunk for 0.1 seconds after the buzzer went off. If he would have just laid it up, he would have scored and they would have won it overtime. But no, Cincinnati lost the game because the guy held on to a dunk for a second too long. Like, absolutely crazy. Yale beat Baylor. I knew that was going to happen. That was a crazy. UNC Wellington almost beat USC Wellington almost beat Duke. That was really good. Then the Northern Iowa game. Holy cow. The Northern Iowa game was absolutely crazy. They were up by a lot in that game. I can't quite remember what it was. Texas comes back, and then all of a sudden, it's tied, right? They're going in. I was up 2 with 10 seconds left. Texas gets the score to tie the game, and Iowa hits a half-court shot to win it. That was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was going off on that after that happened. I was so excited, and it was just wonderful to watch. It was a lot of fun. So those are just huge upsets that have happened. A lot of buzzer beaters too, or buzzer not beaters if you go back to that St. Joe's Cincinnati game. I'm really hoping St. Joe's can beat Oregon tomorrow. I hope that happens. I do not like Oregon. Duke barely held on against Yale today. Anything else? Gonzaga's going to the Sweet 16. They beat Utah, I think. If that game's not over yet, it should be. Then that's pretty much all I had was just all those upsets. They have a little tournament challenge on, ESPN to the Sweet 16. I hope I can get that right, but yeah, there's going to be a couple, double-digit seeds in the Sweet 16 if they keep playing like they have the last couple of days. I'll give you a little update on my bracket really quickly. My bracket, I picked Kentucky to win in my best bracket. Kentucky to win. Don't know why I did, but Kentucky to win. And just before I leave, Kentucky to win. I'm in the 91st percentile, and 2 of my picks are out. Michigan State and Kentucky, who lost Indiana today in a pretty good game. But I lost 2 of my 4 teams. Kansas is one of them, and Texas A&M is the other. But I'm still in the 91st percentile in the game, in the tournament, or in the entire ESPN. So that's just been crazy. It's been crazy. You can't describe. It's been madness in March in the tournament. It's been a great time to watch. Hopefully you guys have fun with these little videos here. I'm gonna cut it off really quick and get this uploaded. Other than that, though, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Leave who you want to win the tournament down below, or if your bracket is, or how badly your bracket is busted. Every bracket is officially done. So make sure you leave that down below, like and subscribe. Tell me who you're rooting for, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching.